he continues then, how dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in youth, as though to breathe were life. Life piled on life were all too little, and with one need little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal darkness something more, bringer of new things. And violet word for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself. And then I think one of the most beautiful passages in the poem, and this great spirit, yearning and desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost realms of human thought. So here's this guy who's been around the world, talks to them a little bit about he's become famous and so on. But he's filled with a desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star. I was filled with that desire on the OBGYN and a lot of other things in medicine. And when I came here on the faculty, I was filled with the desire to learn new things. My motives then, though, were perhaps a bit different than they are now. I could get a raise if I did something good. You know, my wife could have a new dress. We even got a couch in the living room after about 10 years of marriage, I think. Our children got to eat. 3 of them came here to Oak Hall School. Those were my motives. I was interested in learning something new, but there were underlying motives that weren't just, I have to know this for itself. It's, what am I going to get by learning these new things? So I had the desire, but the driving force was perhaps just a little bit different. Ulysses in the middle section of the poem I'm not going to mess with. He's talking to his son Telemachus, who is going to take the scepter in the isle with this dawn and rule this savage race and subdue them to the useful and the good. He ends that section with, he works his work, I mine. And he says, there lies the port. The vessel puffs her sails. There gloom the dark, broad sea. And here, I think again, the use of the words and the way he expresses it, all are saying something. There lies the port. The vessel puffs her sails. She's ready to go on a voyage of exploration, a great adventure, a great opportunity to learn and to do something. But also there gloom the dark, broad seas, and sort of a warning that everything may not be just great. It isn't going to be a sunny day with 10 knot winds every day. There are going to be really bad days. The dark looms, the dark, broad seas, is looking forward to that possibility. He's telling the men that he wants to go with him, that all may not be just dandy. Then he says, my mariners, souls who have fought and walked and fought with me, whoever with a frolic welcome took the thunder in the sunshine and opposed free hearts, free foreheads, you and I are old. Old age has yet its honor and its toil. Death closes all, but something ere the end, some work of noble note may yet be done, not unbecoming men who strove with gods. So here we are old, but there's still something that we can do that may be of great use, great knowledge to be gained, and so on. And he's challenging them to go with him on this voyage of exploration. The other day, a friend of mine asked me, "You're retired, aren't you?" And I said, "No, I still work 6 to 8 hours most days." My wife will tell you that's not really true. I go in when I want to, and I come home when my bed starts calling me. I come home. But I do work regularly. We're doing some experiments now in the lab that I think are just has a potential for doing something really great. And he said, surprised, and I told him, "Well, I'm working 6 to 8 hours a day." He said, "Couldn't you retire at 65? Yeah, I'm almost 70. And I said, "Retire if I want you to. But like Ulysses, I think I have 1, maybe 2 works of noble, or possibly even 3 works of noble note that may yet be done. And I want to do those." Then he comes along and he says, "The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes. The slow moon rises. The deep moans round with new voices." And what is he saying? He's describing the day ending. But like in the Bible, they describe what's happening today. But if you look, it has a clear application for us 2,000 or 3,000 years later. And it will have an application for our descendants 2 or 3 or 50,000 years after we're gone. And what he's saying here, he's talking about the day is ending. He's also talking about his own life and the life of the people he's talking to are approaching an end. There's still one other thing that he's doing here. And if he wanted to just tell us the day is ended and dusk is there, whatever, he could do it in just one sentence. But he goes through this thing repeating the same statement, really, but looked at in a different way. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes. It's the day is ending, it's his life is ending. The slow moon rises. It's changing from light to darkness, a different phase. And his life is changing from night to darkness. And the deep moans round with many voices. It doesn't roar, it's moaning for him and for his men. And this passage, I think, when I was reading it some years ago, it reminded me of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. And what in Beethoven's Ninth Symphony is this thing, doing the same thing. Before the choral part, the last movement of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, there's a transition passage that I can't remember if it's 57 or 59 measures, but it seems to go on and on and on. It's melodious, it's soft. Every once in a while there's a little bit of a hint of what's going to come. But at the end of those 57 or 59 measures, the chords of the Ode to Joy come crashing out in loud, stated, definitely, defiantly, and beautifully. And Tennyson is doing this to us too. He's going through all of these things, and you wonder, well, what is he going to say next? What is he leading up to? Where is this going? Then where he's going comes crashing out in Ulysses' next statement, just as the Ode to Joy comes crashing out in Beethoven's symphony. And Ulysses says, "Come, my friends, it's not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, sitting well in order, smite the sounding furrows. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, in the baths of all the western stars, until I die." I've been reading this poem for 45 years, and reciting it for 45 years. It was only the other night that I began wondering, now what does he mean? Sail beyond the sunset in the baths of all the western stars until I die. And what he's saying, I think, is the stars are coming down in the west. He's sitting on the edge of the ocean, but the stars are approaching the ocean in the west, and they disappear. The sun disappears into the ocean. The stars disappear into the ocean. And he's saying that's where the stars are bathing. They're coming down in the west, they're entering the ocean, and they're taking their bath there. And he wants to see where this is. To sail beyond the sunset, and the stars of all the baths of all western stars until I die. He goes on and he says, "It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. Bad. Gonna have a storm and drown. The quest won't be completed. It will fail." Then he says, on the other hand, "It may be that we will touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew." So again, you start out on a quest and you don't know where it's going. It may not go anything, and just 3 weeks down the way end in failure. The gulfs will wash us down. Or it may be that you'll go on and find something that for the next 1,000 years will benefit mankind. So you don't know whether you're going to have success or miserable failure or something in between. But again, I think what he's saying is that the pleasure of a new quest is not just that you might learn something great. Part of the pleasure is because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to find. You don't know if it's all going to end in failure. But finding that out is part of the excitement of the new quest, and it's part of the excitement of life in every one of its aspects. So he then goes on